Alrighty, so we get it. So this city kind of came out of nowhere over here. I mean, I just checked through the Discord over here before that over here and saw some things involving, Brazil. But then maybe starts talking about over here. I didn't think they were actually gonna teach something about it for redflood over here. So yeah, we got something's got going on. So I do apologize if this is coming a bit later. I just found it out over here. So yeah, I probably will be uploading this a little bit later than usual over in here. So yeah, we definitely is going to get into something over here because it is quite something. I think it's something. So we're not exactly see anything about Brazil that's gonna be coming over here with Bunny Members. So this is gonna be that is Burner. Well, I have heard about there being a reworked over here, but I haven't seen anything to fit over here. So yeah, officially coming over here in Bunny Memories is the Brazilian Civil War. We got legalist and revolutionary Brazil over here. We've got two Brazils over here. We got all sorts of people that we coming out over here. So there's like the revolt leaders and like the D6Xers. Sorry, I cannot speak. But yeah, we're gonna get into that over here right now over here because we got quite a lot of reading, quite a bit of the reading as it were, and it's gonna be some with Augusto Tasso Fergaso, with the provisional government. Should the vote put down in Brazil? The Brazilian government has achieved victory over the socialist rebels, bringing the civil war to an end. Under the command of Augusto Tasso Fergaso, the coalition of officers, later elites, and reformers is now tasked with properly bringing Brazil to the 20th century. Now the victories have to rebuild our country. Elections have been announced, which in premier for Brazil might be holding on a secret ballot. This is what having the oligarchs influence a long-term issue of the country may finally begin to recede. The remaining political parties still have a regionalized or entering of the national scene. The need for thorough reforms will be their first real test in exercising power. Really many questions on the country's future, of course. One thing is certain, South American socialist wave has come to a definite halt. Brazil has a firm desire to close relations with Argentina. Meanwhile, Rio de Janeiro has reassured its European partners of their continued cooperation. Progress within order. So how much order is it going to be? I don't know. So I need to get some more water after this. But yeah, so I probably got over here on the legalist Brazil, we shall see. But now we got not legalist for real, we got going over here with the intent. With the Isoto Diaz Lopez. With the intent, that's a weird flag by the way. The red flag is victoriously in the southern Atlantic. The socialists in Intentona is Brazil has traveled over the old bourgeois government. It's gonna take me a bit to get that right. Marking the turning point of future South American continent. A broad leftist coalition of democratic, socialist, Marxist, anarchists, and technocrats united in the provisional presidential Isolda Diaz Lopez, now titled Bringing Brazil to Modernity. The radically different forces, the helm of the new Brazil, left many insiders and outside the country uncertain about what will come to the new social regime. Elections have been announced where the moderate tendencies, the industrial worker, the SBIO, and the electric positivist technocrats will compete for the popular mandate to shape Brazil in their own vision. Brazil's now red wave of great victory in this region, joining Peru and Chile in line with Germany. Rio de Janeiro's former allies have firmly disavowed any other pursuit definitely passed into the future. The view of South America's large country remains a bold one and shit off its leeches and handicaps enjoying the brotherhood of socialist freedom. Progress under new order? So yeah, probably within progress under new. And it's gonna be a different one over here, so it's gonna be more so like probably more so like France, Britain aligned. It's gonna be more like Germany aligned. What's going on over here? What is that? Probably get like a Juror status, because I don't think they're gonna be falling joining a faction. I don't know, maybe they could, depending on the circumstances. But anyways, over here we're gonna be going on to the right, the legalist side over here. We go from right to left. And also from right to left over here. And we got both technocrats over here. But we shall see how different these technocrats are going to be whenever we get to them. First of all, we got Borges de Madronas over here. But the Castilians. Under democracy. The Brazilian King Kinetis has returned as FIFA fueled Borges de Madronas' victory in the first election since the conclusion of the Civil War. Hating for the province of Rio do Sul, whose party activities were concentrated for several years, he has rallied those feeling electoral victory the opponent Gilberto Freire, backed by elites and bureaucrats and informed by the agitation of who discussed those ideas. The new regime is giving signs of desiring a permanent end to popular rule, whatever its form. Particularly radically anti-Timidist is a bit hard to read here. The new government in Rio de Janeiro has announced a program of increased centralization and authoritarianism, emboldening a legalistic civic cult placed above petty patriotism and populism. Both really cast a doubt about the future of Brazilian democracy. Nevertheless, his victory is over to the broad coalition that has rallied behind him, which might prevent future dictatorial signs. How the new president will achieve his goals while not setting up allies remains upsetting allies for to be seen. Try to patriot over here. Good old oligarchical rule. Them oligarchs over here doing oligarchical things, as you see. Actually, I need to double check something real quick. Yeah, sorry about that. I was messing around with the thing over here, trying to get a better look at this over here. It's kind of hard to read it because it's very wide and over here. So yeah, we're doing it a little bit differently as well here. That's fine. Anyway, let's get on to the social conservatism over here. Next area first over here. Look at that. Gilberto Freire, president of Brazil. Despite common expectation, the legalist victory in the Brazilian Civil War brought the wings of change into the war to our country. At its first election, secret ballot, Brazil has welcomed Gilberto Freire as the new president. While a wave of progressive pan-Americanism while also being a committed Europhile, Freire has announced an ambitious progress over recent issues that have brought the nation into conflict with itself. Among these, he counts of massive land distribution, anti-racism, and writing a new constitution. Look at that. The new Brazilian government is guided by a heterodox worldview, authoritarian socialism being combined with a socially conservative policy centered around the family and the army. But the answer to overcome the recent upheaval has turned out to be bringing the best of red and white policies together by the face of the people. Bro, being a real fucking Otto von Bismarck out over here. Bringing out the best of the red and the white over here. Look at that. Ain't that a thing over here? It's not interesting over here at the very least over here. Cause I'm quite curious to see how that's gonna. She's been something interesting since I first go. He's quite a person. And now for our first technocrat over here. So for the right wing technocrat over here. And we got the left wings over here. Just we're gonna get to them in a bit, but we shall see how Candido Rondon's gonna be going over here. Marshal Juan elected. A soldier struck down the pen once more Brazil. As thousands marched towards the streets of Rio de Janeiro, hailing the Victoria Candido Rondon. The old war hero was already a popular figure since the end of the Great War, better known for exploration of the interior and championing the rights of natives. His star has only shined more brightly since, and his popularity flaring up after successful campaigns during the Civil War, culminating in victory for the legalists. Now Rondon has captured a clique of Republican officers that swept the polls, taking the established political lead by complete surprise. As president of the public, Rondon promises to return Brazil to the value and billions emblazoned on the flag, those of order and progress. All encompassing reforms to oppose, according to Rondon's program, which claims to be true to the vision of the founders of the republic. Subordination of the states to the federal government and the military to be respected, as part of rationalizing the state apparatus from top to bottom. Rondon has also expressed support for a clear expression of Rondon's sympathies for the positivist church, although allegations have been made of voter intimidation done with tacit approval from the provisional president. They made it clear that support to the march was unwavering, and it seems like the positivist revolution is only at the very beginning, with order as a basis and progress as the aim. So yeah, he's always trying to live up to the whole order and progress stuff over here. Another, like strong man sort of way going about it. Much on that dictatorial mindset over here, but trying to do things for the best and all that. As you do. With that. So now that we got the righties, we got the lefties over here. So what they're gonna be doing now over here? Leave flag. Yeah, I think that's a very familiar family method. We also got something different on these over here, which is neat. Now under Luis Carlos Prestes, the socialist tendencies is selected. The real change is not over for Brazil yet. The tendencies government put in power after the Social Revolution in 1937, having displaced by the victory of Luis Prestes on the radical movement. Despite having recently converted to Marxism, Prestes has been a long-time tendencies in the preference of raw organization. That's why Social Republican is not like a lot of this. Prestes has promised that his Brazilians everything tendencies have but turned up to 100. Outside have been welcomed into the Revolutionary Vanguard and auspices of the newly proclaimed Farmer Workers Alliance. But was first reached the populace against both internal reaction against perceived British infiltration in the newly established socialist order. Finally, the counter-revolution in Brazil is mounting an offensive in its own, both diplomatically and militarily. Rio de Janeiro has begun to support socialist movement across South America. In the call of its front partners, Brazil has made it clear it will stop taking its new course. Sorry for national liberation. So what would be like, we're gonna get that liberation grind going over here. You can't stop us, fellow leftists. Anyways. According to the Orthodox with Maria Pedro with the Spartakism, the SBIO elected in Brazil. Or Muslims secured its firm victory in Brazil, with Maria produces an SBIO's victory in the election. Or that the victory of the socialist revolution. Or like Marxism, but not gonna basically Spartakism. The German. The Red Germany's own sort of thing, so I guess that would be considered orthodox Marxism in this timeline. For a commitment to bring the cause of Kolakowski and Roosevelt combined, I finally modernized the country. SBIO enjoys the support of industrial workers while leaving the countryside very of the future. Pursuits with them about to get German expertise in Brazil's specific approach. It forms to bring the wild party of Spartakists, anarchists, and even the pietists into proper shaped riders. Concerned about the future of the and the fate of very social democracy just reaching established. I wonder exactly. I wonder if we're gonna get some more of a pietist thing going on over here. Cause there's only like one that. Wait, is there? Wait, there's a few others over here, but like I count them off the top of my head over here, but I don't exactly remember where the fuck the other ones are. Yeah, it's been a bit since I played Horde 4. Out of here, memories kind of over the place. Anyways, in parallel efforts to modernize Brazilian culture for swing, form exploding non-political surrealism. Not political surrealism, so we don't got that we ain't gotta get that surrealist grind system. Based on the new regime owing to Maya Pedrosa, it is a key figure preference for the artistic movement. In these conditions, Brazil set the road to post-war in social construction. And the Copacabana road to socialism. There's a reference to some here right now. Ow. Brazilian is the non-ball. He's been a bit since I've done about the South American stuff. But now we have the other thing, we got the leftist in the with Labito de Nikita. Although it focuses. So anyway. Anyways, over here, the Democrats win the election in socialist Brazil. Why have they tried to do social movement has made a sudden turn in their action just like radical change from the old oligarchy to a political republic. Democrats led by Alberto de Nikita, a group offering them radically unorthodox vision of the revolutionary order, have made an impressive showing with the educated residents of the city, who are normally neglected by the new regime. A little bit outraged, many of the leftist revolutionary veterans who have denounced what they perceive to be true of the cause they gave their life for. The kids immediately moved away from focus of the proletariat master toward the intellectual elites of Brazil. And this is the government from the country created nationalist rhetoric present until now. New to the democratic government quickly given up on relying on German support, preferring to forward on foreign policy in South America. Wherever it comes with this government created figures such as Thomas S. and Augustus Comte and their own masters. For now, the democratic island reaches the branches of Rio de Janeiro. Manchu Revolution. Yeah, I wonder that how much different this could be with Rwanda to our own technocratic way of doing things. Okay, I'm assuming like he's gonna be on a more right wing side, I think, so he's gonna be a lot more leftist over here. So that would be interesting like how that's gonna pan out over in here. What are you just seeing do video? I think it's gonna be similar to how I deal with Finland over here. It's like I'm gonna start with the interesting non-SL path for them over here, and then I'll do the SL paths for them over here. I haven't actually. I don't think I did the ones for Finland just yet. Probably will. Some point in the future. I need to double check if I should do them or not over here. So yeah, I think I did, but we'll have to check that so that way I don't actually fucking have two for the same playthrough back to back. I'm not doing the version 2 of it. Anyways, over here, enough for me rambling. You got your boy doing your boy thing over here. We got all sorts of things over here. Yeah. Sorry for the weirdness of how it's gonna be over here. It was pretty hard to read over here because how wide it is. But it is gonna be set for Brazil because I am quite curious to see. There have been talks about it being reworked, so I've always been curious exactly how it's gonna truly be reworked once the whole thing comes up. Board members over here because considering how like fast this teaser dropped, because the last one over here, it might be actually getting closer than You might actually start seeing it a lot sooner than I thought, actually. Probably in the summer at the very least, maybe. But yeah, definitely something to look forward to over here, considering that this one dropped over here, and yeah. It's probably is gonna be a bit later than usual because I just found this over here, so maybe the exact time over here. But that's fine. Till then, before I continue on rambling over here, I hope you guys enjoyed this little teaser video. I'm very excited for it over here, considering how quickly this one dropped over here. I very much look forward to seeing what's gonna be going on. And yeah, till then, I shall see you guys later.